Thanks if we can never find him.
Yeah, he's there perched up. But look, Blackall has just been marching their way up the field. Longreach and Blackall, same amount of sets. But look, Blackall have been finding their feet and making their way over the 50-metre line. Will Longreach be able to do it this set? We'll find out. Only been in Blackall's territory once this game.
They have been, and I think the kicking game of the Blackall Magpies has probably been a little bit stronger as Buff Matheson braked a couple of tackles, but makes not too much further ground. As Sammy Munn scoots out a dummy half, gives it to the Prince, Broden Beasley, who is taken by a couple of tacklers, including Logan Hoff and the 16, Gavin Weems, who was actually a starter. Gavin started in the 2021 Grand Final, you might remember, down there at Ilfracombe for the Magpies. Harrison?
Yeah, power move by the Blackall Magpies, bringing him off the bench. But look, Broden Beasley, he's been taking a lot of the runs tonight. They need to share the ball around to the other forwards, otherwise you're going to have one very tired second rower on your hands.
James Moller again takes the kick. It was just a flat kick sort of straight up the field by Adam Hughes. And again, easy yardage. They're nearly out to the 40-metre line on the first tackle, Harrison. I think they're going to find a bit more terra firma off these kicks and make these Blackall backs work for their easy yardage, because they're making it pretty easy. Kelly Huff into dummy half on the halfway line. Gives it to the 4, which is Jake Bagaya, who's had a couple of really good runs today. Jake, Kelly Huff into dummy half. Jake Richardson with his hand on the ball in that early kick. It's into clear territory coming across Adam Hughes. He might get bumbled into touch with a bit of Blackall defence. He's managed to stay in though, Hughes. He's only 10 metres out from his own line, and spearing out a dummy half, Rhett Harris gets a couple of metres forward. Now TC Boyle drives it forward. That's tackle 3. They're only on their own 10. This is great pressure by the Magpies. Sammy Munn's into dummy half.
Tom Harris there, taking one up.
Tommy Harris. They're going to need a big kick here. Munn's into dummy half. And they're just playing out to 5 here, the Tigers.
I'll tell you what, Blackall's receptions off the kicks have been immense.
Oh, a bit of a fumble there by Sammy Munns, and again, this kick has only made it to the halfway. Blackall have dropped it. I reckon it's gone backwards. What's the referee say? He says knock on.
Wow.
That's a big let off the chain.
Longreach really needed that. Their attack has been pretty woeful.
Sometimes, Harrison, though, all you need is a stroke of luck, and that could be it, because they were going nowhere and going nowhere fast, the Tigers, but a Blackall error has forced... it's given them a chance here.
Look, they only made 20 metres that set, and look, the kick would have only made 20 metres itself. So to get that error off the Blackall Magpies is huge for the Tigers. Let's see if the fans get behind them and drive them home.
Scrum fed and
going wide
through Buff Matheson, who's a try-scoring machine on his day, Buff, and he's just over the halfway as Sammy Munns.
Number 3 there.
Gets it off to
Geordie Cameron,
who's been fantastic this season for the Tigers. Jacob Bulkey with his hands on the ball.
Alec Tanks.
There's Alec Tanks just burrowing through. They're on the right-hand side here. They're about 26 metres out as Sammy Munns gives it to Beasley again. And Broden Beasley is driven hard by mainly Gavin Weems. On the attack now are the Tigers. They're spinning it left. And they've got their ball to Memphis Wayera. They're on the far side and they're shut down. Have they gone over, Harrison? I think it was the tackle of the Blackall Magpies that everyone's cheering.
Look, the Blackall flags are up. The Blackall fans are cheering, if anything. I think the Blackall boys threw them out. But look, great line speed by the Tigers. But look, they weren't getting points on the board. So credit to where credit's due. Blackall Magpies, their defence has been great.
Yeah, great defence. They found a gap down that left-hand side. Gary Cutting was the one down that wing that they were looking for.
I wonder if Trent and Memphis practiced that one at home.
Every chance. Every chance. As Blackall are coming out of their own end now.
Cam Davis makes his way for the field for the Tigers. Another interchange swap.
And Blackall still just making their way out of their own territory here. They're up to the 40 through Jake Bagaya. And we've got a penalty.
First one of the night.
Holding down by the look of it. Referee tonight, Charmaine? Brett Robinson. Peter Roberts, the referee tonight. Peter Robbins, the referee tonight, as Blackall find touch on this left-hand side, right on halfway. And 15 minutes gone, still 0-all here at the Longreach Showgrounds as Jake Richardson passes it off to Mitchie Hoff, who makes about 10 metres into Tigers territory. They're right in front.
25 minutes to go in this first half, still 0-all. As Blackall are 30 metres out of the Longreach try line. The boys are scrambling, they're swinging it right. Show and go, Matt Kelly.
Yeah, Matt Kelly, all these Blackall boys having a good game today. Kelly Hoff out of dummy half to Gavin Weems, who drives forward. They're about 15 metres out, straight in front. Kelly Hoff, he'll probably go to Richardson. No, he spins the other way. Through Chris Doyle. And they're making their way to the line, and they're cut down over on the far side. Out of dummy half. Richardson pops it on the toe. It's a high kick, and it's taken beautifully by Jacob Bulkey under enormous pressure about 3 metres out from his own line. The Tigers, they live to fight another day as Broden Beasley's driven hard back. Oh, he's only a metre out from his own line as well. Blackall have come to party tonight, and they're putting the pressure right on this home side. Munsey's trying to skirt out as well. They're making zero ground here. Blackall Magpies, as Alec Tanks, the captain, can he get them rolling? He gets out to about the 15-metre mark. They're right in front of the uprights. Munns into dummy half. And they're getting out of trouble here now through TC Boyle. They burrow up to about the 30-metre. Harrison need a big kick here.
Yeah, ref singles fifth, and they're only on the 20-metre. Jacob Bulkey sends it downfield and looks straight to that man, James Moller, who slides and he's taking
Takes
it up.
a good catch.
He receives it great. He takes it up hard to the line. Longreach sort of swerves side to side. Blackall just playing straight up footy.
One thing I've got to say, that the kick chase isn't there tonight from the Tigers either. I mean, there's no pressure kicks, is there? They're sort of kicked straight to the fullback. As there's a break down the left-hand side. Who have we got? We got Mitch Hoff. He goes out to the Blackall number 17, I think, Harrison.
That would be correct. Number 17, fresh off the bench down the sideline.
Ethan
Wills. If you had a Calcutta on the interchange for the Blackall Magpies to score, you're in. And it's time to sound that alarm. Blackall's in.
Ethan Wills scores. And look, the writing's been on the wall. They've been the dominant side here for the first 18 minutes. And like I said, that pressure was completely on there, Harrison.
I was waiting for Blackall to score because they're downfield pressure. They've been making 10, 20, 30 metres, 40 metres runs. Like Longreach, they're flat out getting out of their own line. So Blackall just burrowing down the field. The defensive line had to bust, and it busted down that left side.
Yeah, it certainly did. And kicking tonight, kicking duties for the Blackall Magpies.
Sterling George.
Is Sterling George.
And I'll tell you what, Blackall's season has really been defined by their kickers. I was talking to their coach, Jeremy Barron, and they've been looking for a kicker all season. And, well, last week, 3 out of 5. So that's pretty good effort from the Magpie boys, and I think they've found their man with Sterling George, who's kicking about 15 metres out on that left side. So we'll see how his right foot boot goes.
Ethan Wills scoring the try in the 19th minute, and Sterling George lines up this kick, and it's probably 8 or 9 metres in from the touchline on the left-hand side. Sterling George aims it up, very concentrated kick here coming up, and as we know, the 2 points are so important, and there they are.
He's got it. The flags
Blackall
are up.
Magpies 6, Longreach Ilfracombe Tigers 0 at the showgrounds here in Longreach. 20 into the 20th minute now, Harrison. And what do the Tigers look for now? How do they get out of this little bit of a rut they're in?
Well, they've swapped 2 players out. I think it all comes down to their forward speed. Like, you know, their ball, like you watch Blackall off that set, they're running hard, they're passing fast. Longreach just sort of just taking their simple footy, but, you know, against a side like Blackall, simple footy probably isn't paying off right now. As Adam Hughes takes the kick, it's planted down on the 10-metre line and taken well by the number 13. Chris Doyle, as one of the forwards, takes it up. The Longreach boys put him up and put him on his back. 18 metres out of their own line. Burrowing out is Alex Choice. He's the captain. He's taken 25 metres out of his own line. Solid defence there by Longreach. Maybe they got a stern talking to in that back play after the try.
At 6-0, the Blackall Magpies lead the Longreach Tigers. This call wouldn't be made possible, Harrison, without our sponsors.
Of course, Central West Rugby League, Pro Tyres, Mercury Business Supplies, Frame Rural Agencies, RTA, Elders Blackall, The Birdcage, Choice Livestock and Transport, Kent Construction, Palmer's BP, Dusty Blooms, GDL Blackall, the Commercial Hotel in Longreach, Brown's Smash Repairs, Kinsey's Longreach Service Centre, Heels and Things, Red Bear Painting, Paulie's Plumbing and Gas Fitting, the Barcoo Hotel, more civil and plan hire, and Longreach Embroidery as Longreach get the ball back and scoot it down the short side.
Adam Hughes spitting out of dummy half. They're up to the halfway mark. They're over the far side of the ground. Munns into dummy half. Trent Hode gets his hands on the ball, and that's big T.C. Boyle driving up the centre of the track there. He's 22 metres out right in front. Now,
That's Robert Speed.
Robert Speed's on the field, 17 metres out. They're pretty much right in front still, and Munns comes into dummy half, gives it to Jacob Bulkey, who goes himself on the 5th tackle.
Ooh.
I don't know if they heard the call. That was the last tackle, Harrison.
I didn't even know it was 5th tackle. The way they set up that play, it looked like it was still 3 more and left in the set. Either way, Blackall got the ball 10 metres out.
Last play options, kicks.
Oh, they're huge. To get that repeat
They're so
set.
important. They are so important as Logan Huff gets his hands on the ball. Jakey Richardson into dummy half.
6-0 here at the Blackall Showgrounds, 18 minutes to play.
Longreach Showgrounds, brother.
Longreach Showgrounds. What did I say?
Blackall.
Oh, I've been calling it the rec centre, everything but Longreach.
As number 11, Sammy Curran, takes a gallop for the Blackall Magpies out to about the 30-metre line. And beautiful conditions here at the Showgrounds. Had a bit of an overcast look as I was driving in from Barcaldine this afternoon, but hasn't stopped the crowd. It's wonderful over the far side, plenty of Magpies, and around near the bar area we've got plenty of Tigers. As the last tackle play option goes to Jakey Richardson, Adam Hughes swallows it and swallows it well, and he comes for a scoot and gets heavily met by the Blackall Magpies defence, which has been so good tonight, and it's been really headed by Logan Huff, Mitch Huff, and also all their big boys. Chris Doyle and Sam Curran have all been so good.
Yeah, Blackall's kick chase has been unreal, but back to that crowd. Looks like a mosh pit down at the bar area. There's a few people, like a swarm of ants.
There's Buff Matheson going for a gallop, getting to the halfway line. Sammy Munns out of dummy half. And Memphis Waywera doing a little bit of dancing, and he gets up over the halfway line. He's over the far side, about 7 or 8 metres in from touches. Longreach swing it back to the centre. Cam Davies, his first run of the game, and they're right back where they started in the middle of the pack. Here comes Munns, Jacob Bulkey, he gets it on the toe that time. That's a better kick, putting some pressure. Here's the kick chase, and they gobble up the Blackall Magpies 10 metres out from their own line. That's a bit better. It was a bit of a thoughtful kick. It went into the air, it went into vacant land, and gave the chasers something to chase. That's for sure. They're out to the 20, Blackall, Harrison.
Now, just watch this now, Watsy. Look how much ball speed they get off of this 20-metre line, the Blackall Magpies. His number 5 takes a hit up there. That would be Matt Kelly, as Blackall were asking for a penalty there after the tackle in the previous set, as the more forwards take
Luke
burrowing
Smith,
runs.
the utilities on the field for the Magpies. He went for that run out of dummy half. Don't know if Kelly Huff's off the field, because Luke Smith's into dummy half there now as well, as the kick goes downfield. And this time, Hughes has dropped it. He took his eyes off the ball for a millisecond, and the Blackall Magpies, they were staring him down.
And you've
dropped it cold.
You've been pointing it out. They've been targeting him all night, which is an interesting play to target. But look, if anything, I think the Blackall boys are a bit angry at Hughes from the 2021 heroics.
Well,
bit of
2021's history. This is the now game. There's 16 minutes in the first half. The Blackall Magpies 6. Longreach Ilfracombe, the home side, 0, as Smith feeds the scrum. And going for a run there now is John Huff. And he makes it to 30 metres out from the line. Smith into dummy half. He shows and goes, Smith. And he's met about 10, 15 metres out right in front of the uprights as they come this way through Alex Choice, the captain. And he's taken down pretty well by Sam Munns. Can't see who's quite underneath him. Smith into dummy half. He goes the short side. Now he runs back into the centre. They're about 6 or 7 metres out from the Tigers line. Calling it big time is Logan Huff. Will they go that way? That's the way they're going to go as they come to the far side here. Number 4 drives to the line, flicks it out the back. They're in.
I think there's a bit of a bubble there. Knock on.
knock on, well, for all money. I thought Bagari was in.
Oh, mate.
But it's gone forward.
Just look at the ball speed by Blackall. James Moller sweeping, goes, steps. He's really tricking up this Longreach defence, and lucky for that error because they were a certainty to go in.
It's a big set of 6 coming up for the Tigers here. They're entrenched in their own half. They're on the 10.
Leroy Brown makes his way to the field. Big bad
Leroy Brown comes on as Adam Hughes scoots out a dummy half, and he's just driven. James Moller up there in the defensive line. Here comes Alec Tanks, who makes a good enough solid run, makes about 7 metres. Is that Casey Peacock on? The 19. That's Robert Speed. Sorry, apologies there. Robert Speed on the field. And
another error.
Mistake from the Tigers.
You don't want this. 30 metres out. And Longreach have done another costly penalty on their own line. Now, Blackall, if anything, their ball speed, I've been banging on about it all night. It's lethal. Tigers need to put up some eyes up defence.
Yeah, they certainly do. And Harrison, as this scrum feeds, we are into the
final
14 minutes.
John Hoff there taken by the pants.
Luke Smith into dummy half. He's been pretty dynamic since he's come on, Smith. And Blackall making a bit more ground. As Alex Choice gets his hands on the ball and he goes towards the line. They're right in front, Blackall, third tackle. Smith into dummy half. Here's Jake Richardson with his hands on the ball, holds it, shows it up and holds for number 11, Sam Curran, who's just taken down about a couple of metres out. Smith into dummy half. He goes himself. He's held up by about 5 tacklers, including the fullback Adam Hughes, and they fling him to the ground. Into dummy half now is Chris Doyle, who spins it right across to the 6, which is John Hoff. And taken is Mitch Hoff on the 5th tackle. Hand over Harrison.
Oh, the defence by the Tigers, they got to be tiring out for sure. That's like the 3rd, 4th time they've been defending on their own line and still only 6 points on the board. As there's a break down the field, Wolf Matheson, I believe it is, 20 minutes out. Munsey puts his hands up, singling for a penalty and swings it right. I believe that's Mitchy Neuendorf there taking a run for the Tigers.
The evergreen Mitch Neuendorf. There's a couple of comeback kids in this side, isn't there? Jacob Bulkey, who had a fair few years off. He was a very talented junior Bulkey starting this year for the Tigers. And Mitchy Neuendorf, I say evergreen, but he's still fit as a fiddle, Mitch.
Oh, mate, he is unreal. And going to Jacob Bulkey, he's been unreal all season. He's been fun to watch. And here's Munsey taking an early kick is what we love to see. But James Moller, there on the 20, taking it perfectly.
And Moller just gets up to the 30-metre line and is taken down by Jacob Bulkey, the man we were talking about. There's an error. Moller, a very, very uncharacteristic error, which is going to just leave the door open for the Tigers here with 12 minutes to go in the Central West Rugby League scoreboard. It is Blackall Magpies 6, Longreach Ilfracombe 0. The try scorer for the Magpies was Ethan Wills, and the conversion was made by Sterling George.
You never want to go.
Oh, no. Nearly went against the head. I haven't seen that since the 80s either.
The scrum play. The ball just fell out the back.
Bulkey jumped on it. Into dummy half, Trent Hode. And off to the 25, which is that man, Mitchy Neuendorf. Wrapped up by Mitch Half. He's calling for a penalty. And it's a loose carry.
Listen to the Blackall fans.
I don't know if there was a hand in there, Harrison, but it doesn't matter. They don't pay on that.
Watch Mitch Neuendorf. He'll be fired up. Absolutely fired up. He'll be...
I'll tell you who will be fired up. Gavin Groves and Kean Dixon at half-time, because I can't see them being overly happy with how the Tigers have shown up here today.
Well, look, 10 minutes left on the clock, and you don't want to be going into the second half scoreless. So a try by the Tigers will boost the confidence, and if you're a Tigers man, keep Blackall out. That looked like a dodgy play, the ball.
It was, but they got away with it. And
number 15.
Blackall making it up to the halfway mark.
Alex Campbell, that is.
There's Luke Smith, who's playing dummy half with Kelly Huff off the paddock.
Off the short side.
Here's Smith now into dummy half. Gives it to Chris Doyle, who's been great today, and going forward there is Jake Bagaya, who's had a great game as well. Plenty of carries for him. Here's Jake Richardson, always dangerous with his hands on the ball, Richo. And there's a good take by Adam Hughes. He's coming across the face of the paddock, and he's slung to the ground by Ethan Wills, the try scorer, right in front of his uprights, about 22 metres out.
Here he is, your man Leroy Brown, taking a scoot 10 metres. That's what we want to see out of our own half.
As Sammy Munns.
Solid Blackall defence, dropped and the fans are on their feet. They love what they see. This defence by the Magpies is immaculate.
It is really, really good, isn't it, as Leroy Brown. They get the ball movement going down the far side now, Longreach, but the defence is equal to it. And that was a big hit by Matt Kelly over there on the far side. What's the referee calling?
He's calling penalty for lifting.
He's called the penalty for lifting. It might be a bit of overzealous action there by Blackall because they haven't been playing against the rules. They've just been playing tough football, and there's an indication that you're just going a bit hard.
Old-fashioned, and it was tackled on Memphis Warrior, who I was going to say has been pretty quiet tonight. I'm waiting for him to see his quick flashy steps, his chip and chase game. He's a crazy man. But either way, Buff Matheson taking it up there on the left side. Or Geordie Cameron, I apologise.
Geordie Cameron as Sam Munns gets into dummy half, calling the ball.
Casey Peacock there.
Casey Peacock on.
The black knee brace.
It is Casey. Here's Munns into dummy half. Mitch Neuendorf was the dummy runner. Have they gone over the Tigers through Trent Hode?
Looked good to me. Is that Sammy Munns?
Is it Munsey through dummy half? Sam Munns was the scorer. And that's a big comeback with just 8 minutes to go in the first half, Harrison. 6-4 kick to come.
Yeah, mate, the crowd, they love it here, eh? You heard look, it's a great spot to score too. You know, the bar is right on that right side. Munsey put it right in front of them. The crowd is up on their feet. They're loving it. Kick right in front. Should be 6-all in no time.
It changes the whole dynamic of the game, Harrison, going into half-time at 6-all, doesn't it? Because 6-0 against it. And this is all important. Brett Harris... Nev Delinsky telling us to speak up.
Sammy Munns there taking the kick. I believe Rhett is on the bench after Leroy Brown coming on.
Okay, well, Munsey, no stranger to kicking, has done it a lot over the years. I think he might have kicked in the grand final.
Yeah, he did. He did. And it should be an easy kick. He's taken it 15 metres out, slowly to the left to Reading, ready to convert his own try. 4 points to 6 here at the Rec Centre, 7 minutes ago. Kick to come.
Fire through those sponsors again, please.
Of course, Pro Tyres, Mercury Business Supplies, Frame Rural Agencies, RTA, Elders Blackall, The Birdcage,
6-all.
Choice Livestock Transport, Kent Construction, Palmer's BP, Dusty Blooms, GDL Blackall, Commercial Hotel Longreach, Brown Smash Repairs, Kinsey's Longreach Service Centre, Heels and Things, Red Bear Painting, Paulie's Plumbing and Gas Fitting, Barcoo Hotel Blackall, more civil and plant hire and Longreach Embroidery.
Don't forget, Ranch Club kicks in tonight from around 8 o'clock. Still a stack of requests on the Facebook page. That's where to go if you want to join the party tonight. 4LG and West FM on Facebook. 6-all here at the Longreach Showgrounds.
Big Sarley, here he is, the wrecking ball.
Oh. 7 minutes to go in the first half. 6-all, and that try to Sammy Munns was exactly what the doctor ordered, Harrison.
Exactly right. Now Blackall kicked it downfield. Third tackle here. It's time to see if Longreach can back up. However, Leroy Brown takes a hit up. Sammy Munns out of dummy half. Straight to your man, Adam Hughes. Now, no matter how much game time Adam Hughes has or how tight he is, he always runs with 100% effort.
Here's Jacob Bulkey getting it off to Casey Peacock, who goes for a little bit of a gallop.
Listen to this crowd. They're loving it.
I'm not sure that was Peacock. We're on a bad angle here for some of these runs, Harrison.
Oh, sure are. But anyway, we love the game. We love footy. And we're here calling it live here on 4LG. Trent Hode kicks it downfield. No one's there.
That's the kick we wanted to see all night from the Tigers. Puts pressure on Moller, and the chasers are there. And they wrap up Moller on his 10, about 7 metres in from the far side touchline. And there goes Matt Kelly for a skirt. and gets about 17 metres out, pretty much in a straight line from that last tackle. Off to number 25 for the Blackall Magpies, who are just trucking it up nicely up the centre. In fact, there's a big run by the Magpies, and they get right up to halfway. Into dummy half there is Luke Smith, and
5 minutes to go, ref
Harry
signals last.
Hawker, the human mountain, is on there for the Magpies. As Jake Richardson, he drops it on the toe. I don't know if that'll be a knock-on or a valid kick. I reckon they'll bring it back for a knock-on. He sort of looked up momentarily, Richardson, and took his eyes off the ball that sort of landed on his foot, but they're coming back for the knock-on.
You could argue it was a grubber, but look, I don't know. 6-all, 4 minutes left to play. The Tigers, look, they got their hands on their head, but how will they go this set? We'll find out. This is the period of the game towards the back end of the halves where it's who wants the most, because everyone's tired, everyone's puffed. Will there be errors? Will there be penalties? Will it be sloppy? We'll find out very shortly. As Adam Hughes, that man again, he takes a hit up and he's put on his back on the 50-metre line.
And a penalty.
He's trying to go for the quick tap.
Penalty blown. 4 minutes left here in the first half. You're on 4LG's live call. Longreach Ilfracombe Tigers home grand final.
Matty Price makes his way to the field. Mitch Neuendorf
against Blackall Magpies, 6-all. This is a very, very important 4 minutes for both sides, with Longreach on the attack. And they've put it in a very, very ominous position for the Magpies. 20 metres out on the attack. They've got the wind in their sails after the last try. Sarli, he's going before acceptances.
I'll tell you what,
he's having another go. Here's Sarli, the big man. The wrecking ball gets up to the 20.
Can't run without legs. The Blackall boys have done just that.
Here's Munns. He's calling for a penalty. They're laying all over him like a cheap suit, but Munnsy gets into dummy half. Jacob Bulkey gives it up
to Matty Price. He's a Muddaborough boy.
Price.
Shout out to the Muddaborough listeners out there.
The Muddaborough fella will call him tonight. Don't forget Ranch Club tonight. Munns into dummy half. Gives it away to Trent Hode, who shows and goes out the 5 to Mulwera. There's Adam Hughes skirting down the outside. They're about, they've got to be about 7 out from the line on the far side.
Show and go, Geordie Cameron.
Geordie Cameron held up. 9 metres out. Trent Hode into dummy half. They all want it. That's always a good sign. Adam Hughes goes for the line. He's held up 2 metres out. Last tackle. Which way will they go? They're going the short side. The ball's come out the back. Loose ball. Blackall should get the feed, I'd imagine. Harrison, how did you see it?
It was just quick defence by Blackall. They were quick off the line. To be honest, I thought there was an intercept in there at one point, but Memphis, he's come off a bit wobbly. Adam Hughes, he's dropped back. He's looking a bit slow as well. Hopefully the boys are all right for the Tigers, but yeah, Blackall's ball on the 10-metre line and a burrowing run by number 10, Logan Hoff.
That's a 19, Harry Hawker. That was Harry Hawker, the 19. That might look forward, that pass that went on to Mitch Huff, but was missed. And some rough and ready defence there by the Tigers.
Jake Richardson there. He's a fairway back. Number 4, your man, Jake. Maguire, he's been a workhorse tonight.
I might have to get a name check at half time.
Yeah,
but that
definitely
he's touching the ball that much. As that's a big run by the 10, Logan Huff. He gets to halfway now. Right in dead set midfield as Lewis.
Moller puts it up.
Luke Smith gets into dummy half. Moller punches it back. And swept up by Adam Hughes. A minute and a half left on the Central West Rugby League scoreboard as Hughes gets right up into defence. It looks like he's got his confidence now.
Yes,
It looks like he's got his confidence. He's been chiming into attack, and that was a good run as well. He's coming out of dummy half. Not much doing there with
Leroy Brown there.
Leroy Brown.
Jacob Bulkey inside out. Number 19, Robert Speed. He's fended 1, he's fended 2, and he's pulled down there at the 40.
Making their way towards halfway, and we're making our way towards half-time, and that's high. Surely that's high. That slipped high.
Yeah, look, definitely would have argued high. Anyway, ref says play on. Here he is, cut Sarli out. Memphis will re-up. He's going to put another one up. Where's that kick chase?
Here they come. They're coming left, flying through. They've let it hit the ground. And Muller's there to sweep it up. That's a great bit of football work. Great bit of awareness, Harrison. He saw that ball hit the ground and he made his way backwards, Muller.
Imagine that right before half-time, running towards the crowd. That would have been huge. 6-all here at the Longreach
Will
Showgrounds.
Burney gets to the outside and goes for a bit of run, gets out to the 30-metre and he stumbles over the 30-metre with a bit of momentum. And about half a minute left here at the showground. 6-all between Longreach and Longreach has definitely lifted on the stroke of half-time as Harry Hawker gets up. He's the equivalent of Zoli and he goes through. He takes about 4 tacklers with him.
4 on the ground. And
10 seconds left before half-time.
Fifth and last, I'll get one play in the Tigers.
We'll be going into half-time all locked up here, I'd imagine, at 6-all as Jake Richardson puts one down to Adam Hughes, who takes it comfortably as the siren goes. And that's half-time here at the showgrounds.
Holy.
Great game. It is 6-all between the Blackall Magpies and the Longreach Ilfracombe Tigers.
Grounds. They also wish all the juniors a fun-filled day and safe travelling on the roads to your games.
The Blackall Magpies have put in a huge effort this season and made it through to the footy grand final. Grant Daniel Long Blackall congratulate the boys and hope they have a great game on Saturday. Go Magpies.
We're live here.
There we go. We're back
Hello.
live as we're underway for the second half here. And Longreach, if you are watching your radio dial, Longreach running from right to left. And the Blackall Magpies left to right as the Magpies make a run up towards halfway. And we're underway here for the second half at the Longreach Showground. 6-all between the Longreach Ilfracombe Tigers, the home side, hosting the grand final here at the Showgrounds, and the Blackall Magpies as Magpies number 20, Anthony Molyneux, takes it up. And their kick goes straight down the throat of Gary Cutting, who avoids a couple of tacklers and makes a nice strong run up to about the 32-metre mark out from his own line. Harrison, what do you reckon the messages would have been at half-time from the coaches?
For the Tigers, would have been run the ball up harder, kick the ball more downfield. For Blackall, to be honest, I think Blackall have been playing pretty well. They've been running the ball up hard. The defence has been hard. I think the coach would just be disappointed in the final 10 minutes. But other than that, Blackall have been dominant. And Longreach are running away from their home fans this time around. So we'll see how that plays in their favour.
As Alex Tanks makes a good run up over the halfway. And that is, it's the fourth tackle. And they're going to kick. And Memphis Wayera puts up that midfield bomb. And, Muller's made a mistake. Blackall have dropped it. This is a big moment in the grand final of 2023.
30 metres off the Blackall line. They've dropped it cold. Muller's on the ground. He's holding the ball. Memphis, he's ready.
Well, the 1980s midfield bomb, and I know Lee Cronin would be listening all the way from Harvey Bay today. He'll know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about midfield bomb. Harrison's well before your time.
You're banging on about this midfield bomb. I don't know what you're
We've
talking about.
seen 3 tonight.
And
I haven't seen 3 in the last 30 years. Bulky's dropped it, but it's gone backwards. And he's met by Alex Choice in a hard tackle.
The Blackall coaching staff have their hands up in a V.
Longreach need to recompose here. They're on the attack through. That might have been Buff Matheson, cut down. As Hode goes for a skirt out of dummy half. They are about 10 metres out, about 7 metres to the right of the upright far side. Sammy Munns into dummy half. Here's Alec Tanks. He's driving at the line, Alec Tanks. And he's brought undone by Harry Hawker, the main man, and Jake Richardson. Munsey scoots out of dummy half. He shows and goes. It worked for him in the first half, but this time he's held up. On the attack now again. Driving at the line, Alec Tanks.
Held up.
Held up. Longreach Ilfracombe. It wasn't Harry Tanks either, it was your man.
Robert Speed.
Bob Speed.
Bob Speed.
He's had a great game off the bench, Bobby.
Oh, mate, you should have saw him in Blackall when they last versed. He was an absolute workhorse, but for the Tigers, did not go their way. It's a team sport. One man does not carry the team, and here's the guy, Jake Bagaya.
Bagaya,
that's how it is.
We're going to go with that anyway. He's had a great game. As scooping through there is Chris Doyle, who's also been very instrumental tonight. And back on the field now, Kelly Half, who gets it away. Alex Choice with it now, tackled over there and tackled up well There's the kick from the Magpies and taken well by Gary Cutting, who gets up on his feet and he's taken in a tackle there by John Hoff. And underneath would have been the 3, Will Burney. Penalty, Longreach.
Offside there.
This is the momentum we've seen change. A little bit of discipline sneaking out of Blackall's game. A bit of luck going the way of Longreach. And they're riding the wave, the Tigers. They need to capitalise on it, though, Harrison.
Yeah, Logan Hoff is coming back off the bench for the Magpies. He's making his
Haven't
way
made touch. Tigers haven't made touch. Oh, no. That's a mistake. The momentum swing again.
And James
Muller breaks about 3 tackles, gets up to the 40. Kelly Huff into dummy half on the first tackle. Again, another momentum swing, Harrison. We've been talking about it a lot.
Gavin Graves will be pulling his hair out after that.
What's left of it? It's light on anyway, Groves. He's lost more as out of dummy half. Spins it to Chris Doyle, gets it off to one of the halves. Kelly Huff out to Jake Richardson, pops it on, that famous left-hand boot. It's gone in behind Hughes. Hughes has taken it well. He's got through 1, 2 tackles and brought down on his 10-metre line, Hughesy.
Brett Harris out of dummy half. He's made the 10 metres, but taken strong by that Blackall defence.
Great story about Brett Harris. He's known as the Ronaldo of the West, a gun soccer player.
Yep.
Started sneaking down to training and playing a bit of rugby league. And here he is, changing codes. You don't see him go from soccer to rugby league often.
Well, he was a rugby league junior before he found his feeding, literally, with soccer, and now he's kicking goals for the Tigers. And
Jesus, some puns in there.
Oh man, there's heaps.
Michael Lloyd would be laughing all the way to the bank out of dummy half. Munsey punched it down to fullback Moller, who takes it on his own 30 and just trots up. It's like a track gallop, but Moller gets up to almost the halfway line without any trouble whatsoever. Into dummy half is the 11. That is usually it's Sam Curran, and he spins up to the halfway line there on the attack. The Blackall Magpies. That's the second tackle.
He's an ex-Tiger boy.
6-6 here at the showgrounds as number 3 sliding through. Will Burney makes some yards thereabouts, or 30 metres out centre field as Chris Doyle spins it through into the centre.
Hate to be front on with him.
And that is number 10, Logan Hoff, who had the ball. And Jake Richardson gets his hand on it to Bagaya. He must have had about 20 hit-ups tonight, Bagaya.
Mate, if he's on your fantasy team, you're winning the round, I'm telling you
Richardson
now.
has actually almost kicked that backwards, and they're going to let it bounce. Anything could happen here, including Gary Cutting, who does up the sweeping. And Longreach survive again. As coming out of dummy half is Geordie Cameron. He's been solid today, Cameron. Nothing flashy in Cameron's game, is there, Harrison? But he does it well.
He just runs the ball up hard. Just like what you say, you don't want to be in front of him. He's a utility man at the end of the day. He's been playing front row, second row, centre for the Tigers. He can go anywhere. Is there someone down in the backfield there for the Tigers?
I don't know, but Broden Beasley took it there. And there goes Jacob Bulkey, who's just injects a bit of speed into the game, Bulkey. As Munns gets into dummy half and they get it back to Memphis Wayera for that midfield bomb again, which lands on about the 10-metre line. Muller's there, though, to take it, and takes it well, Muller, and he comes out and makes about 7 or 8 metres, and he's taken about, let's say 32 metres out from his own line, right in front of his post, Harrison.
Just in that backfield play, Hody, he's a bit sore. They're trying to get him off the field.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, so you're fighting a losing battle.
Great to see Kayla Rogers out there running water as well. One of our gun ladies from years gone by, Harrison.
100%. And she's been a very inspirational person for a lot of the young girls in the Central West who want to pick up a pair of footy boots and play some footy.
Chris Doyle, very instrumental in this attack from Blackall, as there's a good tackle done there by Sammy Munns. They're spinning it wide now. Kelly Huff's got the ball. Here's a chip and chase by Moller. It goes into the corner. That's out on the full. They're trying. They're trying all right, but just going out in the full there. And the Longreach Ilfracombe Tigers will get the ball on this left-hand side of the field.
10 minutes gone, and just like last half, no points scored in the first 10. But look, Trent Ode is off the field for the Tigers.
I've got to say, Harrison, 30 metres out, the Tigers. About 28 metres out. They've just taken it back a little bit. Oh, that's a big hit. Huge hit by the Magpies. And that was Logan Hoff and Chris Doyle just ironing out Casey Peacock. There was some feeling there. And now, as we see, it's momentum. The big hit has turned into a Longreach error. Game on again. It hasn't been off, but it's swinging.
How do the boys get around the players? Usually around this, you know, when there's that much pressure and an error is costly like that, the players tend to blow up. And that does affect someone's confidence. Blackall scrum feed here.
And all to play for. But quickly thank these sponsors, Harrison, if you get 2 seconds.
Oh, look, Pro Tyres, Mercury Business Supplies, Frame Rural Agencies, RTA, Elders Blackall, The Birdcage, Choice Livestock Transport, Kent Construction, Palmer's BP, Dusty Blooms, GDL Blackall Commercial Hotel in Longreach, Brown Smash Repairs, Kinsey's Longreach Service Centre, Heels and Things, Red Bear Painting, Paulie's Plumbing and Gas Fitting, Barclay Hotel in Blackall, more civil and plan hire in Longreach Embroidery. Tom Boyle signed me up as an auctioneer.
Oh, Bill Sini, in fact, as Blackall are on the attack. Jake Richardson spins it wide. They're 20 metres out, and they're probably about 6 or 7 metres to the left-hand side of the uprights. And a big tackle there by number 24, Casey Peacock, returning the dose that he got a couple of sets ago. Kelly Huff with his hands on the ball as Blackall come this way through
Sammy
Curran. Into dummy half is John Huff. He goes down the short side. John Huff holds, and he keeps going. He's awfully close to the sideline, and he's over the sideline. Big defence by the Tigers. That's what the doctor ordered.
Certainly, if ever. Holy, you're fired up.
Well, it's a grand final, mate. We quick to call one game a year, and there's 23 minutes. Let's get started. This is the game. This is the grand final. It's 6-all. As Longreach are going to play the ball 10 metres out from their own line.
Well, look, if anything, this is what the coach ordered. Get it hard out of the field. 10 metres.
Cameron Davis. Is that Cameron Davis back on the field? No, that's Alec Tanks.
Alec Tanks. But look at this. Blackall's defence up in their face, dragging them back. Third tackle, 15 metres out.
Wolf Madison taken down there. Sam Munns having a bit of a blow. On the attack now, as the Tigers take it up, and that's a big run by the 18, Cody Truss, by the 18, Matty Price.
Tuning in live here at 4LG, 6-all.
As they're on the attack, there's Bulky handing it off to the Prince Broden Beasley, who burrows forward. Sammy Munns is into dummy half. Which way is he going to go? The numbers are left, and he's swinging that way. Alec Tanks holds up. He's dropped it.
Play on, the ref says.
It's gone backwards, they reckon. Munns into dummy half to Memphis Wayera, who puts it on the toe. Flying through's the Tigers, but the Blackall Magpies get there first.
And I was just seeing that before. I was waiting for it all game. Memphis to do a little grubber kick in. He's done it. Holy, what a run. Nearly took Sammy Munns' head off. Tino Fasua Mala'awi like.
As the scoreboard's a little bit hard to read, Harrison. I think is that 56 minutes?
26 minutes to play in the half.
26 minutes to go.
6-all. This is a cracker, low-scoring match.
6-all is a bit of a semi-break there by the Magpies. They get up to about their 30 metres, but you wouldn't say in dangerous territory by any means. As they go the far side, Alex Choice throws a floating ball out to the winger over the far side, which is Sterling George. Is that right, Harrison?
Yes,
Sterling
yeah,
George
you
over
would-
the
you
far
would be
side.
correct. Something for Blackall, but James Moller, who's been the
Here's
fullback.
Jake Richardson
He's
putting
on
in
the
a
wing.
kick. The Magpies are flying through. What a
Whoa.
take! Oh, that's a great kick taken by Chris Doyle. And he's held up.
Did you see him?
That was a great take. That was a great play. Jake Richardson landed it on a dime. That dime was Chris Doyle, but the defence was equal to the task. And well done to Memphis. Adam Hughes was there, who plays the ball now. Memphis way error. Here's Casey Peacock, taken by Alex Choice and co. Chris Doyle was on the legs there. On to dummy half is Sammy Munns.
For all the Blackall listeners at home, James
Take it
Moller
up.
has been moved to the wing in replace for number 22, who is Harry Hawker, who is at the fullback.
Harry Hawker couldn't be fullback, is he?
Number 22, he's there. It's a big fullback, Botsy.
It's a huge fullback as Alec Tanks. He's just doing what he does best. It's the tradesman's way. And he goes up in the centre. Munns out of dummy half. Put on the toe by Warrior. Chase down. And that'll be 6 to go. Yes, it is 6 to go as Adam Hughes. He cuts
He's found
through
the spot.
defence. John Huff. That was a very desperate tackle by Huff, but a very good one, a very effective one as well. Memphis gets his hand on the ball. The Tigers are rolling. So too is Memphis. Oh, he nearly dropped it, but he's taken down by a couple of Blackall defenders. Is that a penalty? Or is it a drop ball?
Penalty
Give me something,
there.
ref.
Is it a hip drop? Is that what he's calling? He's pulled the players in. Now, this is a sin bin. The crowd is going to go off.
He's not wide for sound, unfortunately. Alex Choice is in there. He's got 10. Oh, wow.
Hit the road jack on the sub. Could have played at the showgrounds.
Yes, well, down a man. We'll keep an eye out for the number there. I just need to see his back. But the Magpies will be down to 12 men for the next 10 minutes. Harrison, keep an eye on the number, please.
Yeah, it's a big call. He's a big man. Looks like a Hoff.
Well, you're 4 in 13, mate.
Well, look,
I'll keep an eye out the window here. You keep an eye on the play.
yeah, well, the penalty's gone downfield. They're about 15 minutes out of the Blackall Magpies line. Longreach Ilfracombe on the attack as your man TC Boyle takes it up the field. The crowd is going absolutely crazy. They're loving it. 6-all here at the showgrounds. 24 minutes left to play. Sammy Munns going there in the half. He's gone out to the Casey Peacock. He's fumbled it. He's regained the possession, but he's a madman. What's the ref called? Knock on. That is not what you want. 12 men on the field for Blackall. Longreach had possession. It's been a drop ball. Still couldn't get that number.
Here's Abby Watts.
Hello.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
She's got her Tigers jersey on. We've got a bias one in the studio.
And I might just get you to do a quick job for me, please. Keep talking there, Harrison.
Wattsy's got the offside and trying to figure out who just went offside then. Either way, Blackall's getting ready to feed the scrum. They're about 10 minutes out of their own line. 23 minutes left to play, and it's 6-all here at the showgrounds.
Find out now. We've got the runner on the job for us here as Blackall try and get out of their own line, and they get up to the 20-metre mark. It's going to be tough work for the Magpies because both teams not completely out on their feet, but you can see it's been a hard grand final and trying to defend 10 minutes with 12 down. I mean, Queensland.
Yeah,
can
I
do
was
it.
about to say 2 Wednesdays ago, 12 men made a team play better. So will the Blackall Magpies step up? Different story in Central West Rugby League, but he'll be back in the 13th minute. See how Blackall hold up. If anything, pressure's on.
Longreach Showgrounds Grand Final Central West Rugby League. It's the Wellshot Hotel Central West Rugby League, in fact, as the kick from the Magpies trickles down to Red Harris over the far side. The Ronaldo of the West. Red Harris gets up to about the 22-metre line.
Number 10. Number 10.
10 is the sin bin. Number 10, Logan Hoff.
I was right.
Logan Hoff.
I was right.
Thank you for that, Abby Watts.
As Cameron
And,
Davis takes a hit up 35 metres out. Slow play the ball. The boys won't get off him. Munsey there. Hits Bulky. Hits TC, which is a questionable pass. It was flat.
TC's another very interesting story out of the West. He landed out here as part of one of the sales teams. AFL man.
Yeah, I was going to say that. We
Big
played
AFL
AFL
man.
at training one day, and he was loving it as Trent Hode makes his way back to the field. How will he go?
He's been training with the squad for quite some time, TC, and makes the starting lineup in the grand final. How good.
Yeah, and he's definitely
Under pressure, Memphis kicks it, and coming through the Longreach Tigers, taken well by the fullback. You're telling me that's not Moller?
Yeah, well, look, Muller's in the backfield. Look, the number 22, that's Hawkman. Harry
I reckon
Hawker.
that's Declan Heyman, 21.
22. There he is. There's a bit of a lift tackle, and the ref calls penalty.
Lifting tackle, Harry Hawker is the fullback. I think there might be two 22s.
It's 25 and a 22.
6-all at the showgrounds. Almost inside the last quarter here. Blackall down to 10 men for about another 7, down to 12 men for about another 7 minutes with Logan Huff on the sidelines, and that kick makes touch.
This is nerve-wracking.
Just on the Tigers' side of halfway. Not nerve-wracking.
But like, look at
the ball.
Look at the score. Have we ever seen this low-scoring match in a Central West game?
There's the 19. Harry Hawker is the 19.
What am I? Oh no, sorry. There's been a jersey change. The Blackall coach come up before and changed it on my piece of paper. Obviously not on yours
Not
yet.
on mine.
Bit unfair. Declan Heyman's out on the field for Blackall, the under-17, under-18 player. All you Blackall fans, you love him. He's on the field.
Jake Richardson into dummy half, and taken up by Mitch Huff, who was almost the hero at Ilfracombe a couple of years ago when he scored that dying seconds try. Kelly Huff into dummy half. Here's John Huff over to the 22, Harry Hawker, who gets awfully close. Hawker.
Oh!
That is some sort of try! Wow!
How long is the arm?
That's Inspector Gadget-like. Harry Hawker has reached about 17 metres to score over about 6 defenders. Wow, Harry Hawker!
His favour. We got a game on our hands.
We've got a
always
game
have.
on our hands, we certainly do. Let's thank the sponsors.
Pro Tyres, Mercury Business Supplies, Frame Rule Agencies, RTA, Elders Blackall, the Birdcage Hotel, Choice Livestock Transport, Kent Construction, Palmer's BP, Dusty Blooms, GDL Blackall, Commercial Hotel in Longreach, Brown Smash Repairs, Heels and Things, Red Bear Painting, Paulie's Plumbing and Gas Fitting, Barcoo Hotel, more civil and plant hire in Longreach, embroidery and sewing.
Tell us a bit about this young fella, Declan Heyman, Harrison, as he lines up this kick. I mean, probably...
He's a very versatile player, let me tell you. I've been playing footy with him ever since under 10s.
But it's probably...
He's always been a Blackall boy, through and through, and playing Central West. He can play lock, he can play halfback, he can play centre, he can play dummy half.
Can he kick?
He did convert for us.
He did.
But it's like what I've been saying. Blackall have been looking for kickers all season.
Yeah.
And I mean, when we played Central West, it was always between him and Kelly
Well, this
Renfrey.
is probably the most tough kick
2 from 2.
of his career, and you can hear the Blackall crowd. They're telling you he kicked it. Blackall Magpies 12, Longreach Ilfracombe Tigers 6. It's deja vu. It's like 2021.
Well, if you remember anything from 2022 or 2021, you know what happens at the end, mate. But either way,
I know we're in for a grandstand finish because you'd expect Longreach to score here with Blackall still a man down. You would hope they could.
Well,
they would be hoping they could.
they need to capitalise on it. You can't put points on the board when they're a man down. That Logan Hoff in the shed. Logan, he was the one who got bin, wasn't it?
Yep.
He's in the bin. He wouldn't know his team's just scored. He hears the cheering. He automatically thinks, damn, Longreach are in because of my fault. They've scored without him.
Yeah.
How?
And that's a sign of a good team, mate. They're playing for each other. And look, to be honest, Blackall's defence has been sensational from the outset tonight.
Oh, yeah. And you look, their attack, their defence, limited errors, limited penalties. It's just perfect footy.
It certainly is, as Blackall make their way out of their own half. And they do it, and they're doing it pretty easily. In fact, as they're making a little bit of a break down that left-hand side, and away is number 5 for Blackall, but he's taken in a tackle, Matt Kelly. He gets up over the 30 as they spin it through Jakey Richardson, who puts it on that tricky left boot. They're coming through quickly. Oh, knocked on. Oh, wow. That could be the game. A terrible mistake by the Tigers has landed the ball into Blackall's hand, landed them a big lead, a kick in front, and possibly the 2022 season.
That is unbelievable, Watsy. You cannot write that.
I missed the scorer, but
James Moller.
Jake Richardson I've been calling it the famous left boot all night. You know why? He's finding the ground, he's finding the empty space, he's doing different stuff with his kicks. That's been the difference. And Jake Richardson, great kick. James Moeller comes through. It's just like Queensland. They've scored 2 tries, a man down.
They'll be kicking themselves because there was 3 Longreach people in the back play. It just come off. The Tigers on the bench,
It's the kick.
Well, look, another man is kicking for Blackall. We had Sterling George kick it before. Decky Heyman's kicked it. Now Jake
Jakey's taken the one right in front, you notice.
Yeah.
Jake's taken the one right in front, but I tell you what, it was the kick of Richardson in behind the line there. And this really, 15 minutes out, I'm going to call it.
18 points.
18-6, a man down.
15 to
Logan
go.
Harfield be just warming up. Here he comes. He'll be ready to run through walls. He'll be fresh as a daisy.
He'll be shocked by the scoreboard.
I'm shocked by the scoreboard. It was 6-all when he went off.
And he's back, and they're up 12.
Okay, we're into the business end of the season. In this season, of course we are, but into the business end of the game. 18 points to 6, the Blackall Magpies with tries to Wills. Also Moeller that last try, and Hawker. That probably turned the table, that try. Go Gadget on. It was a boiler.
Well, both those tries were off crazy sets. There was 5 men tackling him, and somehow he got an arm up and over on the ground.
Incredible.
And of course, that try before off the left boot. 4 Tiger men in the back play, 3 Tiger men.
That's number 19 who it's changed.
Well, on my screen it says 22's Harry Hawker.
Well, I don't have it. 19 has just taken a run. And
We'll just call with what we have.
We'll just go 19. Well, he's not Harry Hawker, unless
He's got 2 jerseys on.
Unless he's had his Popeye juice.
Well, let's have a look at the numbers on the sideline we got here. I'll do a bit of math, but either way, penalty Blackall. They've kicked it to touch, and it's found touch. 40
Kelly
metres
Huff
out.
on the boot. 40 metres out. Here they come again, the Magpies. 18 points to 6. 14 minutes to go here at the Longreach Showgrounds. The Blackall Magpies have strolled clear. What have they got here? This would certainly seal it if they can score on this set. Spinning it through the hands to number 19.
They're holding down the Tigers.
Kelly Huff. They're looking out to the main man, Chris Doyle, who gets his hands on the ball.
Look, 12 points in a game. The Tigers are definitely still in it. I reckon if Blackall score
Logan
here,
Huff
it's
there.
done.
Here's Chris Doyle again. Jake Richardson cuts a man out, goes to Moeller. Moeller holds it and he's taking it a wonderful tackle. Oh, he's broken the bulky tackle, Moeller, and he gets about 1 metre out. This will seal the deal for the Magpies as Jake Richardson wants the ball again. He goes into dummy half. Richardson and held. Richardson again. Kelly Huff. A suspect pass to John Huff, who puts it on the toe and takes
Geordie
it
Cameron.
by Geordie Cameron, who's away. Geordie Cameron tackle. That was a great take by Geordie. He gets up, goes again, but he's wrapped up. Tigers on the attack now. Memphis into dummy half. Gary Cutting goes for a skirt now too. Gets up to the halfway line. Tigers desperately need something on this set of 6. As into dummy half again, Memphis goes left, goes right and tackle just over the halfway line. Now Munsey gets back into dummy half. Where are they going to go? They're going to go through the captain, Alec Tanks, who lines up and takes 3 with him. Then up to the 40.
They need to score here. The Tigers, 30 minutes left on the clock. They're going wide. Trent Hode, inside, outside. He's out the bulky. Adam Hughes.
Hughes taken by a really good tackle over there on the far side by a half. Trent Hode's going back the other way. Trent Hode's
He's caught him sleeping.
Trent Hode, is he over? Nope. No, he took a dive at the line. Tigers weren't getting too excited. I got a bit excited, but he didn't make it. 18-6, Blackall Magpies.
Yeah, 12 minutes to go.
12 minutes to go. The clock ticking away for the Tigers.
Do we have a player down here? Yes, we do. Sitting down. Are they going to stop the clock? The clock has stopped at 11 minutes 59. I cannot see who's on the ground.
Might be 7. No, there's Jake Richardson there. It's not him.
I think it's a Magpie.
It's definitely a Magpie.
Nonetheless, 12 minutes left on the clock. Very tight game, if anything. This little breakage in the game will give these players a bit of a blow.
Yeah, and it's a blow that they need. And look, it's 18-6 for anyone out there that's just tuned in. Blackall Magpies leading the Longreach Ilfracombe Tigers 3 tries to 1. Perfect kicking from both sides, which has been wonderful to see tonight. But Harrison, the last 11 minutes or 12 minutes of the game, all to play for, particularly the Tigers.
Clock's back on and the Tigers driving back the Blackall player there. Struggling to see the number, but they've taken it back out to the number 13. They've come in field, that is number 12, which is Mitchell Hoff.
Mitchell Hoff, the boys, it's hard to pick a man of the match so far, mate.
The Blackall's bench, but they've lifted every time they've hit the field. And that's what you need from a bench. Impact players, and that's what they've been doing, impacting the game as Jake Richardson swings it left.
Magpies away down the far side. Great tackle, Jacob Bobke. He's been outstanding for the Tigers tonight.
And he's gone
Jacob,
out.
Great tackle. I was just about to say the best on ground for me so far has been Richardson. He's been in everything, and his kicking game's been immaculate.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was going to double down on that too. I was going to say, Jake Richardson, been putting that ball on the boot, that excellent take in the second half, and of course that try, it's all off him. I was going to say the Blackall halves pairing. John Hoff too, don't underestimate him. He's been putting big boys through holes all day.
Mitch Neuendorf is going to play the ball, and running onto it now is Alec Tanks, who's been absolute tradesman-like all night. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again as Munns gets into dummy half and he shows and goes and he takes on a couple and takes a couple with him, but he's brought down by the captain of the Magpies, Alec Joyce, in a good tackle. Jake Richardson was there to help as well. The number 19 for Longreach is spearing down the outside. That's Robert Speed, Bobby to his friends, and he's taken down. Here's Munns into dummy half there. Flat-footed the Tigers, nothing doing here as they come away this side. And taken there, that's Memphis Guerra, I think, in that tackle. That's Memphis into dummy half, in fact, as he puts a little kick in behind the defence. And it's swept up by James Moller, who goes immediately on the attack and out to his 10 and beyond.
Longreach aren't swinging the ball left or right. They're just playing simple up the middle. If you look at Blackall's defensive line, they're tucked in. They are tucked in because that's all they're doing is running it straight.
There was no attack options there for the Tigers.
No.
They were flat-footed. And I dare say half dozen absolutely out on their feet.
9 minutes 40 to go. And look, Blackall swinging it.
They want another try, that's for sure, and they've made it out to the 40 as Kelly Huff just looms into dummy half. Jake Richardson will call for it. A bit of a jink there. Good tackle. Good tackle there by the Tigers. Putting some pressure on. Alec Tanks was there. He never says die, Tanksy. And a kick from Richardson.
Bit of a banana kick here.
Goes banana. Gary Cutting takes it, no problems. The Cutting family, great cricketers, and they can catch a ball. And a big hit there by Alex Choice. He's lined up Gary, half missed him, half caught him, but nonetheless, out of dummy half, Adam Hughes. It's his time to shine. So too Munsey. The boys, look at him in back play, the Tigers. Hands on heads, they're flat as a biscuit.
Oh, man. This is a game. It's all, look, Blackall, they're up off the line.
Their speed, Blackall, their fitness and their toughness has got them to this 18-6 scoreline as Mitch Neuendorf takes a couple with him and they're up to the 40 in attack, but it's all Blackall.
Longreach haven't made it easy for themselves.
Bulky, out there is Bob Speed, who's been good since coming on the field.
Fifth and last, Hody wants it. 8 minutes left on the clock.
There's a Hody bomb. I've lost it in the lights. So too is Moller. In fact, it's bounced up for the Tigers and knocked on by Gary Cutting into touch.
I'm lost for words, Watsy. I just do not know what to say. I feel like I'm repeating myself. Blackall, they're just defending hard, running hard off the line. It's just Blackall, Blackall, Blackall.
And that's why they're 18-6 in front, mate. They've been the better side.
Yeah, they have.
Their defence has been better, their attack, their kicks. And look, I know it's hard for you as a Tigers man, but credit where credit's due, mate. They've been great.
But it's not even like errors are costing either side of the game. It's just ball play.
Well,
Longreach got the ball back.
Got the ball back here. And Casey Peacock's weaving, ducking, wiving, and Peacock has got over, has he?
I don't know.
No, they've said a knock on. I reckon
penalty, no penalty.
Penalty, I reckon he might have been a shepherd because he did it run in behind and maybe a bit of obstruction.
Yeah, well, it's gone Blackall's favour.
Unfortunately, no captain's challenge here tonight at the showgrounds. Harrison, quick, let's say thanks to those sponsors once again.
Of course, Pro Tyres in Longreach, Mercury Business Supplies, Frame Brule Agencies, RTA, Elders Blackall, the Birdcage Hotel, Choice Livestock Transport, Kent Construction, Palmer's BP, Dusty Blooms, GDL Blackall, Commercial Hotel Longreach, Brown Smash Repairs, Kinsey's Longreach Service Centre, Heels and Things, Red Bear Painting, Paulich Plumbing and Gas Fitting, Baku Hotel, More Civil and Plant Hire, and Longreach Embroidery and Sewing. 7 minutes to go here at the showgrounds. The Tigers crowd have shown up, the Blackall's crowd has shown up. We're swinging it left, and it's taken up by another big Blackall forward here at the showgrounds.
Have a look at the crowd, though, boys. It's been a wonderful game, Harrison. And the crowd, they've come from Blackall, they're here from Longreach, plenty of Ilfracombe supporters as well. And look, everything aside, how good is it to be able to broadcast right across the Central West on 4LG, mate?
Sure is. And, you know, people who can't make the game, they tune in via the radio. I know we've had the live stream before, but, you know, nothing beats the old radio call, mate. Either way, as a player down in back play, it appears to be a Tiger, Casey Peacock, on that sore knee. It's limped off the field as the ref stops the clock. 6 minutes 50 left to go. 18 points to 6. Blackall in the lead. If you're a Longreach Tiger fan, all you can do is just hope that they pick up soon.
As Blackall come out of their own half and almost get to the halfway line with a good run, pardon me. Bit of a dry throat.
Early kick on third.
Early kick.
Muller puts it up.
Hughesy's there to collect.
Look at the speed off the line. They're there
pressure's
to
on.
block him in.
22 metres out, Hughesy taken. That's a very suspect play, the ball, I've got to say. The referee, he doesn't want to get into any malarkey right now, does he? He just lets it go. Out of dummy half, spearing there.
Adam Hughes.
Would be Adam Hughes. He's chiming in, he's trying his heart out. Munsey's calling for a penalty. But Blackall, just the gamesmanship, just rolling in the tackle, just slowing the play down. That's what they're doing. They're 12 points in front. They got one hand on the Wellshot Hotel Central West Rugby League Premiership as they go down the short side to Bulkey. Jacob Bulkey still going. He's had a great game tonight, the comeback kid. Will we see him next year? Well, time will tell as Trent Hode pops it on the boot and puts it high. Here come the runners. They've knocked it forward, Blackall. Here's another chance for Longreach. And they're taken 20 metres out. They're on the attack, the Tigers.
If they want to be in the game,
Double.
they need to score now.
Hang on, double knock on. Which way are they playing?
It'd have to be Longreach.
It has to be Longreach, but I'm just waiting to see.
Longreach favour. They'll play the ball.
They're
10
playing
metres
it.
out. 5 minutes to go. Longreach on the attack. 10 minutes out.
Here's Bob Speed going at the line. Bob Speed.
Oh, he's
Oh,
close.
he's held up painstakingly close, the big man. Spinning it wide through Jacob Bulkey. Running at the line. Adam Hughes.
Oh, we love
Held
that
up
name.
Hughesy. He's about a metre out. They come this way through Jacob Bulkey. Bulkey defies one. Bulkey goes at the line. Bulkey's held up. Bulkey's held up. Into dummy half. Sam Munns. Trent Hode. Short ball. Penalty. Penalty Longreach.
4 minutes 40 left on the clock. Here we go.
Out of dummy half. Is that the captain, Alec Tanks, having a gallop?
Blackall's just
The
blockading them in.
defence is being enormous.
Held up there. He's taking it back to the 10. 4 minutes 15
Bob
left on the
Speed,
clock.
Sammy Munns, Trent Hode, Wayera. Oh, got through!
Ankle tap by the Magpies. They're desperate.
Great defence, Blackall. They've done it again. Out of dummy half. Memphis Wayera goes at the line. Held up again. This is unbelievable defence by the Magpies. Munns into dummy half. Short ball, Trent Hode.
Pops it
Drops
out.
at the back. Is he
They look
over?
like they're in. The crowd is going crazy.
Referee points to the spot.
Here we go.
Grandstand finish with a try to the home side.
3 minutes 30 on the clock. It's going up.
Bobby Speed! Oh, he's my favourite player! Bob Speed! Please, mate, introduce me to him after the game.
Mate.
He's had a blinder, Bobby.
10 points to 18. Longreach has scored 3 minutes on the clock. Munsey's going to need a quick kick. He's 10 metres out, slightly to the left. It's a must-make kick. And he's made it. He's kicked it. He's already made it. 3 minutes on the clock. 6 points in it. 18 points to 12.
We got time to thank those sponsors again. 18
Oh, mate, I'm
points
fired
to
up.
12.
Let's do it. Pro Tyres, Mercury Business Supplies, Frame Rural Agencies, RTA, Elders Blackall, the Birdcage Hotel, Choice Livestock Transport, Kent Construction, Palmer's BP, Dusty Blooms, GDL Blackall, Commercial Hotel, Longreach, Brown, Smash Repairs, Kinsey's Longreach Service Centre, Heels and Things, Red Bear Painting, Paulie's Plumbing and Gas Fitting, Barcoo Hotel, Blackall, More Civil and Plan Hire, and Longreach Embroidery. Tigers are in the game. The crowd is going crazy at that mosh pit near the bar. Let's turn it on, Watsy.
Do the Magpies try and posse up and field goal here, or is there simply not the time? You just better. Here's Sarli. They've brought him on to burrow up a couple of metres, and he does that. Munns into dummy half. They're going to just plot it up the centre here. Here's the captain, Alec Tanks. He's been great tonight. He gets up to the 30-metre line. Tanks into dummy half goes Sammy Munns. Which way is he going to go?
Field goal is necessary for Blackall.
Spinning the ball wide there are the Tigers. They're not making any ground. They just went sideways on that hit up. Munns gets into dummy half. Jacob Bulkey goes forward and sends
Adam Hughes there.
Adam Hughes just into
back.
a half gap. Now Munns, they've got the wind in their sails. They're coming forward.
They're just jogging the boys. They're not running within 10, 40 metres. They're on the halfway. The Tigers, fifth and last. They got to kick it. They're going to run it.
Waera skipping back to Hode. They've got a bit on here. Gary Cunning's dropped it cold, and Blackall are away down the outside, but it'll be a knock on, and this allows Blackall to get some good field position with a minute 17 on the clock. The fat lady, she's out the back. She's about to sing.
Yep.
She hasn't yet. It's 18 points to 12 here at the showgrounds. I don't know if you can say that sort of thing anymore, Harrison.
Hold up. Is it going in Longreach's favour, this ball here? Ref stopped the clock exactly 1 minute. What's happening?
Well, I'm looking for a ball. I'd imagine it's a Blackall feed, but Memphis
has the
Waera's
ball.
got it.
Are we going to have a blockbuster finish? It's 1 minute left. Tigers got the ball. Here we go.
Bulky to Adam Hughes, who gets on the outside of the Blackall defenders, taken down beautifully by Matt Kelly over on the far side. A Longreach on the attack now, 40 metres to go. We've been here in 2021 as Bob Speed gets up to about the 30-metre line on the second tackle. Sarli wants it. How many can he take with him? Let's have a guess. 4, I reckon. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3 over the top. Sarli makes a couple of metres.
I'm not
There's
saying
30
anything.
metres
It's
out,
commentator's
right in front.
curse.
As we go down the front, Harrison, you're going to have to shake it off one day. As getting into dummy half. Now is Sam Munns. He goes to Adam Hughes down the short side, then through the Tigers.
No, they're not.
Held up.
15 seconds.
15 seconds, last play. They spin it wide. It goes to ground. It goes to the Magpies. And that's all she wrote at the showgrounds. The Blackall Magpies will get to their feet and win the Central West Premiership for 2023. Oh, wow, what a game at the showgrounds. They're the best side of the night.
They've broken the drought. They've broken the drought.
Condolences to Gavin Groves and his mates, but too good. Credit where credit's due.